Yes, but we have been known to make mistakes.
No.
Brighten your life with some music. Begin every day with a song. The world is a stage and we're all in the play. So pack up all your troubles and just sing them away. So start every new day with laughter. The future will bring happiness your way. So put on a smile and make life worthwhile and have a happy day. I am dreaming, dear, of you day by day. Dreaming when the skies are blue, when they're gray, when the silvery moonlight gleams. Still I wander on in dreams, in a land of love it seems, just with you, only you. Let me call you sweetheart, I'm in love with you. Let me hear you whisper that you love me too. Keep the love light glowing in your eyes so true. Let me call you sweetheart, I'm in love with you. That's it.
Well, they told you we're called the Gladtones. G-L-A-D, Glenn, Low, Allen, and Dick. And then we add tones to it. Took us 3 months to come up with that name. But we just love to get out and sing. We're out about 75 to 100 times a year. And we're going to keep doing it until we do it right, guys. That's it. And and this is the 50th class reunion, right?
Yes.
Great. You know, I graduated in 1951, and we had our 60th reunion. Well, when was it? Last year, I guess it was. And they decided we weren't going to have any more. I hate to go to reunions. You know, the people have gotten so old they don't even recognize you.
Yeah.
So anyway, but no, congratulations, and it's so wonderful that you guys are staying together and keeping in contact, because you know, you go back to the days when you were running around and kicking each other in the rear end and talking about each other and all that kind of stuff. We still do that. That's right. Those were good times, and it's good that we've got the memory to remember those.
They like to do really a barbershop song, a real barbershop song, a Wild Irish Rose. But you know there's 4 parts in barbershop. Does anyone know what the 4 parts are? Name the 4 parts.
First, second, third, and fourth.
It's a BBLT.
Well, kind of like that.
BBLT.
Bass, Sturgis.
It's a bass. I'm the baritone.
Soprano.
He's on there calling soprano.
Okay, you got it. Everybody got it. They get you there. Yeah.
They got that.
You got lead? That's always the last thing people come up with. Well, we're going to sing this song, and you probably, how many have heard barbershop before? Okay, that's great. We're going to show you what that each voice sounds like by itself, and then you'll see why we get together. Okay, we're going to sing this song, and y'all recognize it, and Glenn's going to do the tenor part.
Yeah.
Yeah, pull that pants up.
My wild Irish rose, the sweetest flower that grows.
Isn't that sweet?
Yeah. You know, if you heard that out in the woods, you'd chew that.
I think so.
Yeah. A little bit more, yeah. Okay, here's a baritone. We don't know where he's going.
My wild Irish rose,
Easy, big fella.
He fell down twice.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, you know, in every organization or group, there's always a strong foundation, right? Say yes.
Yes.
We call that the base. My wild Irish rose, the sweetest flower that grows. Good. Okay.
Let's put it all together
Put it
then.
all
Put
together.
it all together.
Now, here's the what?
What?
Dick's turn.
Hey,
Oh, I forgot.
We always
Debbie, you're supposed to holler out. You forgot to leave.
hold out the sign so he can read what he's supposed to say.
My wild Irish rose, the sweetest flower that grows. Come on, you guys, we're all on the same team.
Hold it down.
My goodness.
Now we're going to put it all together.
Yeah.
My wild Irish rose, the sweetest flower that grows. You may search everywhere, but none can compare with my wild Irish rose. My wild Irish rose, the dearest flower that grows. And someday for my sake she may let me take the bloom from my wild Irish rose, my rose, the bloom from my wild Irish rose, wild Irish rose.
Now, ladies, we know exactly where you like to shop, and you've probably been in this store already this week. If not, you'll be going there next week, guaranteed. We're going to sing a song, and I want you to listen to each word, because I'm sure you can relate to it.
Yeah.
And they won't let us there anymore.
No, we don't know it all right in there.
Her alarm is set for 5 in the morning. Her clothes are laid out by the door. A Walmart flyer lies by her bedside, and I hardly ever see her anymore. She's gone, gone, gone. She's gone down to Walmart. How many times I can't keep track. The more that she buys, the more that I cry. She's taken the shirt off my back. The day of the week makes no difference. She goes come rain or shine. The only thing that would maybe stop her is if she was down to my last dime. A shopping cart is her main transportation, so you better not get in her way. When I die, bury me down at Walmart, so my darling will visit every day. She's gone, gone, gone. She's gone down Walmart.
How many times?
I can't keep track. The more that she buys, the more that I cry. She's taken the shirt off my back.
Oh no, here she comes with another Walmart sack.
And tomorrow I'm sure she's going back. There you go.
I'd like to throw out something just real quick to
Us?
well, no,
Oh, okay.
just this guy here.
You say throw
Okay.
out or throw up?
I'm a member of the German American Club, and a lot of you know that we have an Oktoberfest every year. Every year we have these guys come down just to wander through the park and sing to all the people that are there, and they were again this year, and they're very much appreciated. We're very lucky to have them. So
Thank you.
thank you. Appreciate it.
Dick, this is the lady you guys wrote that song for, right?
You know, I'm not quite up to par. I had a wisdom tooth pulled Thursday, and so if I don't remember any of the songs, I got an excuse, right?
Wisdom's gone.
Yeah, I'll tell you. Speaking
Then
of,
you're 79 years old.
I know. Yeah, I will be the 21st. When is that? But anyway, funny thing happened at church a while back. Our minister had all his teeth pulled and had dentures put in right away. And the first Sunday he came to service, and so he talked for about 4 minutes and he was done, you know. And then the next Sunday he came and he spoke for about 11 or 12 minutes and he was done. And the third Sunday he came and he started preaching and he went over 2 hours. And he just kept going and going and going. And finally the elders had to go up there and get him and pull him off and put him in his office. He said, "Pastor, what in the world happened to you?" He said, "Oh, I made a mistake." He said, "What do you mean?" He said, "Well, 3 weeks ago I had my teeth pulled, you know." Yeah, he had dentures put in. He said, "My gums were so sore I couldn't hardly speak." And he said, "Now the second week it was okay, and I spoke for a little longer, wasn't quite as sore. But," he said, "this morning," he said, "I put my wife's dentures in by mistake and I couldn't shut up."
Didn't see that coming.
Well, since we had a little indoctrination to church there,
Yes.
we'll do a couple of gospel numbers. And the first will be Swing Low, Sweet Cherry. Swing low. I started singing the wrong song. Oh, I'm sorry. I told you. Sing your money.
Check out your wisdom who's gone too, don't you?
We're okay. Swing low, sweet cherry low, coming for to carry me home. Swing low, sweet cherry low, coming for to carry me home. Well, I looked over Jordan, and what did I see? Coming for to carry me home. A band of angels coming after me, coming for to carry me home.
Why don't you swing?
Swing now, chariots up and let me ride.
Swing down, chariots up and let me ride.
Rock me, Lord,
Calm and easy will I get home on the
other side.
Swing, 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 swing.
Well, when Ezekiel went down to the middle of the field, he saw an angel working on a chariot wheel. He wasn't so particular about the chariot's wheel. He just wanted to see how the chariot feels.
Why don't you swing?
Swing now, chariots up and let me ride.
Swing
now, chariots up and let me ride. Rock me, Lord, calm and easy. I got a home on the other side. Swing, 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 swing.
Well, Ezekiel went down, he got on board. A chariot went a-bumping on down the road. He wasn't so particular about bumping on the road. He just wanted to lay down his heavy load.
Why don't you swing?
Swing now, chariots up and let me ride.
Swing
now, chariots up and let me ride. Rock me, Lord, calm and easy.
will
I got a home on the other side. Swing down, chariots up and let me ride. Swing down, chariots up and let me ride. Rock me, Lord, calm and easy. I got a home on the other side. Swing down, chariots up and let me ride. Swing down, chariots up and let me ride. Rock me, Lord, calm and easy. I got a home on the other side. On the other side. On the other side.
I got another story I'd like to tell you. This elderly lady, I think she was probably older than everybody in here, but she was having her 80th birthday. She decided that, some of her friends decided to take her down and buy her a few drinks at the bar. So she went in and one of her friends served her up at the bar and said, the bartender said, what would you like to drink? She said, I want a glass of scotch, 2 drops of water. He looked at her kind of funny, but he didn't say anything. So about a half hour later, another one of her friends took up. Same thing happened. She said, I'd like to have a glass of scotch and 2 drops of water. And he just looked at her again. He goes, okay. But anyway, the third time through, she went up and she said, I'd like to have a glass of scotch and 2 drops of water. And the bartender said, ma'am, said, I just have to ask you. He said, I've been tending bar for 26 years. And he said, I've never, ever had anybody come up and order a glass of scotch and 2 drops of water. She said, could you explain it to me? He said, well, sure, sonny. She says, I can hold my scotch. It's the water I can't hold.
That all depends.
Yeah.
That's the same lady that was a blonde.
I don't get
Think
that.
so?
Yeah.
Could be.
She said,
This doesn't,
Wait a
this
minute,
guy
wait a minute.
says, you know, my birthday was December 13th. And she said, I hope it wasn't on Christmas.
Debbie, he wasn't supposed to tell that, Debbie. I'm sorry.
I said we'd sing 2 gospel songs, but I don't know after these jokes. But anyway, we'll sing what's called a gospel medley. You can count whether there's 3 or 4 songs. See
You know, one of the things I think about this too, and I don't want to talk too much, but I already have. But you know, this evening when Wayne was trying to do what he was doing, he did an excellent job, and Charlotte too did an excellent job. But I saw something the other day that was kind of unique. It said, you know, it's too bad that when we cry, that when the tears go down our face, they don't go, wee.
Yours don't do that?
Wee. No.
Mine did.
Lord my God, when I in awesome wonder consider all the worlds in heaven's name, I see the stars, I hear the rolling thunder, thy power throughout the universe display. Then sings my soul, my Savior God, to thee. How great thou art, how great thou art. Then sings my soul, my Savior God, to thee. How great thou art, how great thou art, how great thou art, how great thou art. I can tell you now the time. I can tell you the time. I can take you to the place. Take you to the place where the Lord saved me. Saved me by His wonderful grace. His wonderful grace. But I cannot tell you how. Can't tell you how. And I cannot tell you why. I know not why. He will tell you all about it in the by and by, by and by. Some glad morning when my life is o'er, I'll fly away to a home on God's celestial shore. I'll fly away. Yes, I'll fly away, oh glory, I'll fly away. When I die, hallelujah, by and by, I'll fly away. When the trumpet of the Lord shall sound, and time shall be no more, and the morning breaks eternal, bright and fair. When the saved on earth shall gather over on the other shore, and the roll is called a thunder, I'll be there. I'll be there. When the roll is called up yonder, I'll be there. When the roll is called up yonder, I'll be there. When the roll is called up yonder. When the roll is called up yonder, I'll be there. Fly away in the by and by. How great thou art! How great thou art!
That's pretty cool, isn't it?
That's neat.
Donna Lusk and I were talking back there a few minutes ago, and I said, you know, we're on kind of a downhill slide now. We all know that. So it's at this time in our lives and everything that we're together and we're enjoying each other. We should really enjoy each other, because we don't know next year, we don't know the following year who will be here and who won't. Maybe it won't be me, I don't know. But I don't know about you guys. I'm having one heck of a time here.
I am too.
Football game last night. Really appreciate that a lot, you know.
Good game.
And I just sitting there watching Steve grin, and we went over and sang to the people who were at the hospital when Steve had gone through his chemo, and, you know, and it was great. And
Yes,
just,
it was.
Just thinking about it.
Somebody told me when he was in school that he was a good dribbler, right? Is that He's still doing it. He's still doing it.
I bet on him every basketball game and I won.
Is that right?
A whole nickel.
Uh-oh.
Speaking of what Dixon said, I went to my
Oh, I'm
wife's.
sorry. I'm sorry, I thought you meant something else. Never mind.
Okay.
I went to my wife's class reunion.
No, Sailor took care of that.
She graduated in 1952, and that's how many died since then. So you got to think about how nice it is.
It's getting pretty versatile.
Well,
That's right.
speaking of that, the fellow that wrote this next song has left the room.
He has?
He's left the
yeah.
facility. Does anybody remember who the king of music was back in the 50s?
Burger King.
Who? Burger King?
Sky King. Sky King.
Not Sky King.
No smoking.
She said Elvis.
I want to tell you, I'm talking too much already. Debbie's going like this, but you know where that got started? I was watching the group of Pawn Stars that are on TV down in the South.
Porn or porn?
Porn star?
Pawn. Like a pawn.
I didn't have your hat got in the way.
This was from Louisiana, and when Elvis was really young and just getting started out, he did a lot of shows in Louisiana. And they did this one show, and the whole place was cram-packed. There was people standing around the walls and everything. And he got done, and he walked out. And about 10 minutes later, the people wouldn't leave. And so the guy got up on the stage and said, "Ladies and gentlemen, Elvis has left the building." And that's where it got started.
Yeah, that's good.
Love me too.
Love me tender, love me sweet, never let me go. You have made my life complete, and I love you so. Love me tender, love me true,
Where did Donna Lutz go to? Hey, Donna?
Yeah.
Come here a minute. We'd like.
I'm in the act
Uh-oh.
Okay.
He's just talking about porn stars.
No, no. Show's over. Like this, your heart's still good. You don't cry.
I think I can handle it.
Okay.
Yeah.
You guys.
Is it all four of you at once, though?
Yeah. Is this the first?
We better sit down. She's ready to go on.
I'll tell you.
We're gonna sing a platter song. Now this is to Donna, but this is to all of the girls in here, okay?
Yeah.
It's to Donna because we pick on her.
Yeah, we're not picking on it. This is
Well, when we
this is
get
not.
done, she may think.
Oh, she made
You've
it.
heard of platters, haven't you?
Uh-huh.
You heard the platters?
Well, yeah, this is an old version.
Yeah. Oh.
Okay, you ready? Okay, don't cry.
No,
If you do, he'll cry.
I will. I'm so sorry. Yeah.
Only you can make this world seem right. Only you, it still must be you, can make the darkness bright. Only you and you alone can thrill me like you do and fill my heart with love. For only you, I'm saying it's only you, can make this change in me. For my destiny. When you hold my hand, I understand the magic that you give. You're my dream come true, my one and only you. Only you can make this change in me. For it's true, oh baby, I know that it's true. You are my destiny. When you hold my hand, I understand the magic that you do. You're my dream come true, my one and only you. You're my dream come true, my one and only you. There you go.
Just one more song and we'll be done.
She said get down on your knees. I just had my knee replaced about 2 weeks ago. No way I'm getting down.
If you get down, you'll never get back up.
Well, see, I had to make that up to Donna because last night, she's still single and all that stuff. And I said something to her about getting a puppy and say sleep with her, keep her warm. She said, I don't want no dogs in my bed.
And all of you named two famous Indiana composers. Think back.
Hoagie Carmichael.
Hoagie Carmichael.
And of course, Cole Porter.
Cole Porter.
So our last regular song we'll sing is a Hoagie song. And it's called In the Cool, Cool, Cool of the Evening.
Hope you remember
Sue wants a barbecue, Sam wants to boil a ham, Grace votes for bouillabaisse, Jake wants a weenie baked steak and a layer cake, he'll get a tummy ache. We'll rent a tent or a teepee, let the town crier cry, and if it's RSVP, this is what I'll reply. In the cool, cool, cool of the evening, tell 'em I'll be there. In the cool, cool, cool of the evening, better save a chair when the party's getting a glow on, and singing fills the air. In the shank of the night, when the doing's alright, you can tell them I'll be there.
We said the bumblebee, let's have a jubilee. When said the prairie hen, so do I. Sure said the dinosaur, where said the grizzly bear, under the light of the moon.
How about your brother, jackass? Everyone loudly cry. You coming to the fracas over his spexy side. In the cool, cool, cool of the evening, tell 'em I'll be there. In the cool, cool, cool of the evening, slick 'em on my hair. When parties getting a glow on, and singing fills the air. If I ain't in a clink and there's something to drink, you can tell 'em I'll be there. In the shank of the night when the doing's alright, tell 'em, you can surely tell 'em
I'll be there.
Tell 'em I'll be there.
Thanks, everybody.